friends, my name is Erin and today I'm going to be recording my March TBR. I'm very excited about this TBR because I have spring break coming up. I have a bachelorette weekend where we're going to rent a cabin and I'll do our crafting spa day, reading TBRs. It's just going to be very relaxing. And so I am hoping to get through quite a bit of my books this month. With that being said, let's go ahead and just get on into the challenge. I have 10 challenges in here left, so let's go with this one. Alphabet. Okay, so as I draw prompts, there are 16 prompts, so this is going to be a lot because I'm going to try and go from basically A to Z with the titles. We'll see how 16 of those fit in. Obviously, the vlog won't matter, and I may give myself one sheet. We'll see. This could be tricky, but that's why it's called the challenge, right? Okay, our first one. Recommended. This is actually perfect because I did not get to my recommended book last month, and that was A Good American Family. My brother recommended this. He reads a lot of nonfiction, so I asked him for a recommendation. This was the one he chose for me. It has to do with a son who is writing a book about his father. His father was a reporter or a newspaper article editor, that kind of thing, and was called out as being a communist in the McCarthy era Red Scare. I don't know a lot about the Red Scare, so I'm pretty interested in this topic. It's not one I ever even thought about to learn about, but I'm going to be learning about it this month. All right, book number 2. We have kids book. Okay, a kids book that starts with the letter B. I don't want to get to a point where I'm at the end of the alphabet and I still have a lot of books left to choose. Fortunately, I have a kids book that starts with B. Bigfoot Doesn't Square Dance. This is the Bailey School kids books. I love these books. I think they are hilarious. Some of them are better written than others, but yeah, I think this will be just a silly one. And it's definitely has some interesting art happening here. Okay, what do we have next? Sequel. I struggled with this one a little bit. I was hoping to find a sequel that started with C and just kept slowly slipping a little bit farther down the alphabet. I ended up with Isaac Asimov's Foundation and Empire. I read book 1 last year. Found it pretty interesting. I don't know that it was a top read for me. I know it's a classic and I do want to continue the series, so I'll be excited to get to book number 2. It's also a nice small one that I can probably take with me on my spring break travels. Let's choose another one. Classic. I think I know a good one for this. EFG. Let's go with Gulliver's Travels. I've had this on my shelf for a while. I've never read it, never seen the movie. I know the general premise of a giant ends up on an island of tiny people. Other than that, no idea. So I'm hoping that this will be a fun read. I feel like classics, say this every time, very iffy for me, but surely this is a fun one, you know? Okay. Something that starts with H is going to be hopefully up next. A big book. Gulliver's Travels is already pretty big. So is Foundations and Empire. So I already have a few big ones, but I have the perfect option. House of Flame and Shadow. Very excited about this one. I love this series so far. The last book ended on a bit of a cliffhanger. Not a bit, it ended on a cliffhanger. And so I am caught up in Throne of Glass. I'm caught up in ACOTAR. And so if I do get to this one this month, I'll be caught up on the whole Sarah J. Maas universe. And that would be quite an achievement for me because I started reading Throne of Glass when it came out. So I've been in the midst of this universe for quite a while. Okay. Quick reads. These are my short little novellas most of the time or graphic novels. I got lucky because I did not really expect to find a book that started with I, to be honest. Look at the gorgeous gold foiling on this. I got this for Christmas. It's in These Hallowed Halls. It is a short story collection of dark academia short stories. Definitely some notable authors in this, like Olivia Blake, and I do love a good dark academia read. Very interested to see how that fits into short stories, because I feel like short story collections can be very hit or miss. I did read a few good ones recently. Start a series? Let me see what I got. I am going to read Knots and Crosses by Ian Rankin. This is one of those series that we have like a much later book on our shelves, but I want to read these in order. So I'm going to start with this book, even though it's not on the shelves. This is about a man who used to be a detective. Now he's just kind of like a beat cop, but he is still intent on solving these crimes and finding the killers. Up next, we have Standalone. I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job of getting these alphabets. I definitely have to look through my like TBR options. I have a spreadsheet that has kind of them broken already into these categories, and definitely doing some scouring of that spreadsheet. But this is Long Way Down by Jason Reynolds. It is a book written in verse, which I've not really read. It has to do with a person who is intent on getting revenge for the death of their brother. And as they are going down this elevator, before they enact their revenge, they are met with all these, I don't know if it's memories, ghosts, I don't know. But I'm assuming it is going to be reflections of his past as he's making this journey towards a decision that would drastically change his life. I don't know if it'll change his mind or not, but I've heard really good things about this, and I've had it on my shelf for a minute, so I'm excited to get to it. Okay, next up is NetGalley. I don't know. Let me see if I have a NetGalley option right now. Okay, I am not going to make this fit into the challenge. NetGalley and Vlog are just kind of like whatever I have at the moment. So this does not count towards the alphabet challenge. I have one book option right now on NetGalley, and that is called Silver Cloak. It comes out in July. It has to do with a girl named Saffron, which is fun, whose parents were murdered by an organization. So she joins that organization with revenge and the intent to bring them down. I'm assuming she learned some things, maybe meet somebody, might change her mind, might not. I love a good revenge story. I love when people join an organization to get revenge, because I feel like it always complicates things. Very hopeful. It looks really good. Okay, so technically our last letter was L. And we have Finish a Series. I am going to go ahead and choose Night of Terror by Andrew Lane. This is a series where I really liked the first book. It's a really good kind of middle grade YA adventure about two kids that are stranded on an island, and once they get off that island, they end up in England and get picked up by a detective agency. Book 2 lost the plot a little bit. It got a little bit too silly for me, and a little bit just like kind of impossible shenanigans happening. So I wasn't sure if I was going to finish the series, but it does fit. And so I think I'm just going to go for it. You know, why not? So this is book 3, and the final book in the Crusoe Adventure series. All right, we have Vlog up next. I have 2 boxes left. I will be putting out maybe like a short little video or something about the vlog from February, because it was a DNF. So hopefully if I do get to this one, it'll be a more solid read. All right, we only have a few left. We have YouTube or podcast. I am going to pick up another fun one. I don't remember much about the synopsis. I just remember that it was sold as like a really cute fantasy romance. And I feel like that could be a really good vibe. I have some heavy books on this list. I have some big books. And I just want to find March Spring Break books. So this will be it if I get to it. Reread. I am going to cheat a little bit and choose The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet. I'm supposed to be reading this for one of my book clubs. We haven't set a date yet, but talking about March or April. Technically, this is still alphabetical order because the God and then the Long. Michael was to not choose books with the same letter at the beginning at all, but I already have a T and I already have an L, so I'm just gonna go with it. This is my one break the rule-ish. I love this book. I'm excited to reread it. I'm excited to talk about it. I will probably even skip my rule of reading them in order to make sure I get this one done, breaking all the rules. Okay, we have 3 more prompts left. This one is 2024-2025 release. I've got 6 letters left for 3 books, so that's a little bit of a crunch, but I think we can do this. I have the perfect book for this one, actually. This beautiful edition I got. This is Under the Oak Tree. It is, I mean, first of all, gorgeous. It is another romance. It's about 2 people who are like in an arranged marriage. They get married young, and then the husband goes off to war for several years. So by the time he gets back, they have to kind of learn now how to actually be husband and wife. It's a romance, so I know it's going to end well. Yeah, and that's kind of what I bank on. All right. Audiobook. Ooh. Usually I don't follow the rules as much with audiobook, but I think this time I'm going to choose V for Vicious. I love V.E. Schwab, and this is a duology that I haven't read yet, so I'm gonna listen to it. Hoping to get quite a few audiobooks done with my plane ride and just some of the traveling that I'm gonna be doing. That means the last book is, I'm pretty sure, nonfiction. Yes. Okay, I had to dig, but I found this little guy who was Neil Armstrong, and it fits perfectly. I love these little books. They're really good for research in a 4th, 5th grade classroom. It's a good starter. This is, I think, the last one that I own that I haven't read. Okay, let's look at my stack here. I've got about half the books on my shelf, half the books I'll be getting on Kindle audiobook, those kinds of things, from my library. Gonna really try to be focused to get it from my library, not gonna be using my Kindle. I'm hoping to maybe get a Kobo. I'm very excited about some of these. Hopefully when I do my wrap up, you'll be seeing just so much reading has been done. That's the goal. That's the dream. I hope you have a great March. I hope you get some good reading done this weekend, and I will see you later. Bye, friends.